Hey everyone, so many of you took part in watching the live streaming that I did at a local pub here in Lincolnton called Untapped Territory. I painted live for 3 hours. There was a lot of stuff going on. There was a storytelling hour. Lots of my friends came to visit. Thank you so much. But I was wanting to share the finishing up of that painting. In total, the total film time was around 10 hours, including the 3 hours of live painting, condensed down to less than 10 minutes. But I wanted to show you how um, it's very organic, it's very intuitive. The painting takes a bunch of different twists and turns as I'm working through it. Concept-wise, I knew I wanted to just kind of drip it. This is acrylic. I had a reference image, but that said it was more of a loose interpretation, right? And at least, I don't know, at least a dozen times this painting took on different personalities. That said, by the time I got closer to the end, I felt a strong connection to the figure in this piece, to the tears, to the drips. It's a lot of times when I paint, I'm not going in and saying, I am going to paint a painting of Susan, and Susan is going to be communicating this. It's that the persona, the feelings, the connection happens quite organically while I'm painting. The narrative, the distance between the painting and myself starts to form this narrative that is way more meaningful, way more revealing. And art therapy might be too liberal of a term, but maybe it's the purpose, the reason. When you ask an artist, what's your why? Um, the why of the painting starts to happen in that refining part where you're breaking the painting again and putting it back together and breaking it because something just doesn't feel correct, at least for you in that moment as you're painting. Now you come to it another day and maybe it is. And because this painting was judged over the course of 3 unique days, unique painting periods, you wake up with a new intention every day. I also love to take a photo of the piece and then rest and then come back to the piece with a new clarity as to what you see that doesn't feel right in it. So I wanted to bring you the finishing part of the piece because, yes, it's cool to record yourself start to uh, finish live painting, but the full extent of the piece happens when you're willing to sign your name to it and it feels like it is a complete intention. So I thank you for joining me live, but I also wanted to bring you back to my home studio to show you the meanderings of how I got to something I was willing to sign. It literally gets uglier before it gets better because you have to keep breaking the work until it is truly the sentiment that you want, or keep breaking it until it starts revealing itself to you, or maybe you get angry enough at it. But I love where she ended up. I love her narrative. And I just always want to invite other artists in because I think being a fly on the wall is kind of the most exciting part of taking um, time to be in the living artist's experience. And so feel free to ask questions or to comment. I just wanted to invite you in because I think it's kind of dynamic to be a voyeur in an artist studio space.